Okay, welcome back to Jensen MTB. Today we are here at the Commons, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to learn 5 tricks that are easy to do on your MTB and that will impress your friends. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first trick we're going to do is, it's called a Stoppie. It's where you just use your front brake to stop and your back tire lifts off the ground and you can like hold it as long as you want. So like how you bunny hop, you pull up and then you kind of point your toes to the ground to lift your back wheel up. That's kind of the same concept. So when you're riding, you're going to press on the front brake, put your toes to the ground, and then bring your back end up. And then just work your way up. Well, a big thing about this is you don't want to put too much pressure or else this happens. You don't want to do that. So you just want to find the right balance where you get enough off the ground to stop, but also you don't want to go over your bars. Okay, the second trick, it's called a no-footer. You usually do these on jumps, but it's fun to just like when you're riding, just bust it out and it looks pretty sick. So how you're gonna do it is you're gonna keep control of your bike, make sure you're going straight on a flat area. Then you're gonna have your front foot forward. It's like whichever foot that is. Mine's my right, yours might be your left, doesn't matter. So what you're gonna do, stay control of your bike and bend your legs, use your suspension, jump off, take both your feet off. Make sure you land them on your pedals correctly, because if you land your back foot first, then you go like that, and then this guy will hit your shin, and that never feels good. You just want to make sure it's all balanced, and it's one smooth motion. Start slow, just like that, and then work your way up until you're practically doing the splits. It's also a good training ground for actually doing it on a jump. The third trick, we learned a Stoppie already. Once you got that down, then you can move on to what's called front pivot to fakie. It's where you pivot on your front wheel and then you turn 180 degrees and you fakie out of it turning, and then you're back in the direction you started. Okay, so the first step to doing it is doing Stoppie. The way to get your turn is by turning your front wheel right before you're going to use your front brake. So you're going to turn it, make sure not too much to this way or else you'll like land sideways. So you're going to turn, use your front brake, and then maneuver your legs to where your bike turns with your body. And all of these tricks, they obviously need practice. Like, I didn't get this till like 4 months of practicing. That's the big factor on how to learn these. Once you got this down, then you're gonna let go of both of your brakes and you're gonna let your bike fakie backwards, and you can't keep your pedals just regular. You gotta move your feet with the bike, and then while you're doing that, you're gonna turn your wheel the opposite direction so that you're faking to the side. So while you're faking backwards, your foot's gonna be like this, and if I'm trying to go this way, I want to get my tire like that. So to help you do that, you're going to get your front tire off the ground, and you can use this foot to kind of push it up and turn the tire. And then just keep practicing doing it over and over. For the fourth trick, it's called a caveman. A traditional caveman, it's where you actually jump off something and then land on your bike. But this is where you're just standing and you jump onto your bike from its standing position. This trick, it's all about the commitment. It doesn't require too much practicing. You just gotta commit to it, because if you mess up, then you might shin yourself, and that's the worst feeling in the world. So get your pedals flat and your crankset flat, so it looks like this. And then make sure the foot that you always ride with is forward. It should look like this, and then you're gonna bring your bike up about 45 degrees, and then keep your right hand on the back brake. That's important. And then keep your front brake hovered with your finger. And then you're just gonna bend your legs, jump onto your bike, and it's better to put your front foot on first so that you have the most stability. Okay, for the fifth and final trick, it's probably the hardest trick, and it's called a manual. So It's basically the same thing as a wheelie. You're just balancing without pedaling, and your seat is down because then it doesn't cause any obstruction. So the first tip in learning this is you want to get your front foot forward, obviously, and like the same as a wheelie, you're going to want to pull up as hard as you can. And when you start learning it, you want to try to get your butt as far back in the seat, almost like touching your tire as you can. Your front tire spinning actually provides stabilization for the bike, so you don't want to brake with your front wheels up because it provides stabilization. Stability, that's what I meant, not stabilization. Okay, when you're first starting to practice, you actually want to try to get over. You want to pull back as hard as you can and actually get off the bike like that. And it looks sketchy, but it's not that bad. You just want to practice that and then try to find the balance point of not tipping over or falling back. And this one requires the most practice, and it's the most physically demanding, but if you really want to learn it, then you have to practice it. While your front wheel is up, you want to use your legs to balance yourself, because if you just keep them straight, you're going to tip one way or another. So you want to make sure you're constantly moving your legs so that you stay balanced up in the air. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, because if you didn't, then I don't know why I made this video. But anyways, if you have any questions, then leave a comment down below, and we'll see you on the trails.
Good one. Good job.
Is my bike good?
Yeah, it's fine. That's what not to do.
Yeah.